Welcome to the prelim question answer discussion series, friends. Today we are going to see 2015 Geography and Agriculture questions and answers. So first question. Okay. So first question is about in the South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific. The tropical latitudes, okay, I will read it again. In the South Atlantic and in the Southeastern Pacific region, in tropical latitudes, cyclones do not originate. What is the reason? So option A, if you see, sea surface temperature is low. Option B, intertropical convergence zones seldom occurs. Option C, Coriolis force is too weak. And option D, absence of land in those regions. Now you can see this absence of land in those regions is one of the weirdest option that you will see. So it is gone. Land is not present in this region. It cannot happen like that. Land कहीं ना कहीं पे भी होती तो है. और southern part of the Atlantic वहाँ पे भी land is present in this region. So D is completely gone. C, Coriolis force is too weak. Coriolis force is weaker or it is a zero on the equator. Okay. So wherever Coriolis force is zero, there cyclones cannot occur. If little bit of even Coriolis force is available, cyclone is available. Cyclones can be formed. So second option is also, C option is also eliminated. Coriolis force is too weak. Option B, intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs. So for the tropical cyclone formation, there is no necessary of formation of ITC's head. Not necessary at all. What are the conditions for the formation of tropical cyclone? Condition is weak low pressure region should be available, upper air divergence, temperature of the ocean should be 26 degrees or more than that, okay, and low pressure area should be there. The vast amount of sea surface should be available, okay. So these are the conditions for the tropical cyclone formation. So ITCZ is not a condition. It is not a condition, so it cannot be done. Yes, one of the condition is that now option A, sea surface temperature are low. So if sea surface temperatures are low, then water vapor or moisture cannot be formed. Tropical cyclone, it condenses the moisture and whatever heat is being released, that is recycled into the tropical cyclone, because of which this cyclone travels from one region to another region. So this heat of condensation is a fuel for the tropical cyclone. If temperature is low in that region, tropical cyclone cannot be formed. So the most appropriate answer will be option A. Sea surface temperature is low in the southeastern Pacific region in the tropical latitudes. So cyclone do not originate there. Okay. So वहाँ पे ये हो सकता है. ईस्टर्न पैसिफिक में ये पॉसिबल है. ओके क्योंकि ईस्टर्न पैसिफिक जो रीजन है वहाँ पे पेरुवियन कोल्ड करंट भी है उस रीजन में. सो इट इज पॉसिबल. ओके सो द अप्रोप्रिएट आंसर इज ए. ओके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following pairs of states in India indicate the easternmost and westernmost state? ईस्टर्नमोस्ट सबको पता है अरुणाचल प्रदेश एंड वेस्टर्नमोस्ट कौन सा है? इधर गुजरात और राजस्थान. द वेस्टर्नमोस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ इंडिया इज सर क्रीक which is a border between India and Pakistan. Okay, so Sar Creek belongs to Gujarat. So that's why westernmost state will be Gujarat. Okay, and easternmost state will be Arunachal Pradesh. So option D. Okay, very simple question, but it can be confusing between Rajasthan and Gujarat. Okay. Next question. Which of the following national park is the unique in being swamped with the floating vegetation that supports rich biodiversity? Okay. So ऐसा एक ही नेशनल पार्क है इंडिया में, that is Kaibul Lamjao National Park in Manipur. Okay. So this Kaibul Lamjao National Park in the Manipur, it is one of the floating, it has a floating vegetation which is called as a Fumdis. Okay. So let me show you the Fumdis. So you can see this national park which is called as a Kaibul Lamjao. Okay. So it has this lake called as a Loktak Lake. So this Loktak Lake has a floating vegetation On this floating vegetation, actually the people are living, they are building their houses. Okay, they don't sink into the lake. So these are called fumdis. These fumdis are detached from the bottom, but they are floating on the water. Okay, so this is Kaibul Lamjao National Park in the Manipur, and the Loktak Lake, which has these type of floating vegetation, which is called as the fumdis. So these vegetations are nothing but they are nothing but a combination of soil, humus, soil and organic matter which floats on the water, and like that they can build houses on that people can live. Same thing is there in the Dal Lake in the Kashmir. Okay, Dal Lake में भी ऐसे floating vegetable gardens है वहाँ पे, उसको राड बोलते हैं, राड. Okay, so in that garden these people grow all the vegetables. Okay, you can walk on that garden, you can live on that garden. So they are also floating garden in Dal Lake in the Srinagar. Okay, so there is a market, floating vegetable market takes place every morning in the Dal Lake, where these houseboat people, the houseboats are there, big houseboats in the Dal Lake. So these people, they will buy those vegetables and they'll cook for the tourist. Okay, so on the larger scale, we have only floating national park or the lake where you have floating land kind of thing, which is called as a fumdis in the Loktak Lake in the Manipur. Okay, so it's one of the very important. Next, what can be the impact of excessive or inappropriate use of nitrogenous fertilizer in the agriculture? So nitrogenous fertilizer means ammonium, urea, okay, ammonium based fertilizers or urea. What happens? Ammonium based fertilizers are used. Then what happens when it is applied to the soil? It gets converted into nitrites or nitrates. Okay, they get converted into nitrates and free you can say free hydrogen ions. Okay, so free hydrogen ions and nitrates are formed. So this free hydrogen ion, they increase the acidity of the soil. So excess use of nitrogen fertilizer is related to increase in the acidity of the soil. So abhi let us see what they have mentioned in the options. So pehla option kya hai? Pehla statement kya hai? Proliferation of nitrogen fixing microorganisms in the soil can occur. Not possible. If you add up more nitrogenous based fertilizer, does not mean that the more nitrogen fixing bacteria like azotobacter and all this going to add up into the soil, or they are going to proliferate in the soil. It is not like that. So this is wrong. Statement 1 is wrong. So you can eliminate option A and option D. 2, increase in the acidity of the soil. Yes, it is. Then leaching of nitrate to the groundwater can occur. Yes, if excess nitrogenous fertilizers are given, then the nitrates which are being formed, they can leach into the ground and they can get mixed up into the water. So when they get mixed up into the water, then the algas in the water in the lake, okay, they get a ready-made nutrition available for them. Then algal bloom forms, and this because of the algal bloom, the entire surface of the lake gets covered because of this alga. Okay, so slowly the this lake will become more and more stagnant. Okay, so this is also one of the side effect of the extra nitrogen fertilizer. Also they can get mixed up into the water and go into your body. Okay, so correct option is option C. Okay, what explains the eastward flow of equatorial counter current? What is an equatorial counter current? Okay, equator पे क्या हो रहा है? Equator पे trade winds आ रहे हैं. So let us say this is equator, 0 degrees, and this is 30 degrees, high pressure in the northern hemisphere and 30 degrees high pressure in the southern hemisphere. So from here, trade winds are coming and meeting at the equator. So the trade winds are coming and meeting into the equator. So because of that, equatorial currents are being formed. You know, oceanic currents are formed because of the winds as well. Wind is one of the important driving factor for the ocean current formation. So here in the northern side of the equator, north equatorial current forms. Okay, here north equatorial current forms, which flows from east to west like this, and southern side of the equator, south equatorial currents from, it also flows from east to west. So at the center, okay, the water of north equatorial current and south equatorial current meet with each other. Because of this, one counter equatorial current forms, which travels from west to east like this. So this counter equatorial current is formed because at the center, the waters of two equatorial, north equatorial and south equatorial currents are meeting. So because of that, a bulge is getting formed over there and a weak current is being formed, which is flowing from west to east, which is called as a counter equatorial current or equatorial counter current. It is there in each and every ocean except Indian Ocean. We don't have equatorial counter current. So it is, why is it formed? Okay, what is the reason for that? A, Earth's rotation on its axis, not responsible for that. Convergence of two equatorial current, yes, as I explained you, it is responsible for that. Okay, so correct option is option B. And not salinity difference in the water and occurrence of belt of calm near equator, not required. Okay, these are not the correct option. Correct option is option B. Okay, so very geography, core geography based question about counter equatorial current. Okay, next question. Again, mapping related question. Consider the following pairs, places of pilgrimage and their location. Sri Sailam, Nalamala Hills. Okay. Omkareshwar, Satmala Hills. Pushkar, Mahadev Hills. Okay. तो अगर आप इसमें देखो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको पता नहीं है कि कौन सा कहाँ पे, थोड़ा बहुत सुना हुआ है. सो ओमकारेश्वर इज समवेयर नियर नर्मदा. ओके, सो सातमाला हिल थोड़ा सा दूर है वहां से. तो दो जो है, ऑप्शन 2 इज रॉन्ग. सो इन ऑप्शन 2 इज रॉन्ग, यू कैन एलिमिनेट. Okay, Pushkar is in Rajasthan. Pushkar is the only place where you have a Brahma temple. So let us say if you eliminate Pushkar, it is not in the Mahadev hill, which is somewhere on the Maharashtra Madhya Pradesh border. So you don't have, if you eliminate Pushkar, what goes? B, C and D. What answer comes? Pushkar is very favorite or very famous pilgrimage place where world's only Brahma temple is available. You know, Brahma is not worshipped at all. It is said that Lord Shiva cursed the Brahma that nobody will worship you, you won't have any temples. Okay, so there is only one Brahma temple, that is Pushkar. Okay, Pushkar वैली में आपको ये ब्रह्मा टेम्पल मिलेगा. सो पुष्कर अगर आपको पता है कि राजस्थान में है, okay, थोड़ा सा आपको नॉलेज है, थोड़ा सा कल्चर का जनरल नॉलेज है, so आप उसको 3 को एलिमिनेट करोगे तो option A will be the final option and that is the correct option. Okay, so like this you can apply your general knowledge over here. Okay, next question is about Golan Heights. Golan Heights, okay, Golan Heights ये 2015 में क्वेश्चन आया था. ये अभी डोनाल्ड ट्रंप जो 2020 में चले गए, डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ऑल्सो सेड दैट इट इज अ हाई टाइम फॉर अमेरिका, ओके, टू रिकॉग्नाइज गोलान हाइट्स एज अ पार्ट ऑफ इजराइल. तो 2020 में भी उनका स्टेटमेंट था, 2019 में, 2020 में भी स्टेटमेंट था. सो दैट कैन बी, गोलान हाइट्स कैन बी अगेन आस्क्ड, ओके, इन द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्स, पॉसिबल. सो गोलान हाइट्स sometimes appear in the news in the context of events given below. कहाँ पे? So Golan Height is there on the border of Israel and Syria. Okay, Israel, it was actually conquered by Israel from Syria, and Israel is controlling that from Syria since long. Okay, that is why, so almost around it was conquered by Israel from Syria in 60s, 67. So now Donald Trump is said that now it is a high time that we should recognize that this Golan Height belongs to the Israel. Okay, so Israel, it belongs to Israel. That means it is a Middle Eastern part. So answer is Middle East. Okay, so the correct option is option B. I think I have a map of Golan Heights. Let me show you. So you can see these are the Golan Heights. This is Israel, Sea of Galilee, and to the one of the sides of Sea of Galilee, you have this Golan Heights, and after that you have Syria. So Israel is completely controlling the, or most of the part of the Golan Heights is completely controlled by the Israel. Okay, Syria tried to twice it tried to control the Golan Heights, but it could not defeat the Israel. So they have now stopped dreaming about the Golan Heights. Okay. Next, consider the following rivers: Vamsadhara, Indravati, Pranahita, Pennar. Which of the following are tributaries of the Godavari? Okay. अगर आपको पता होगा कि प्राणहिता इज द बिगेस्ट ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ द गोदावरी, कि जिससे 30 to 35% वाटर ऑफ गोदावरी इज कमिंग फ्रॉम प्राणहिता. ओके, so you can see Pranhita, if it is there, then this C is getting eliminated. Okay, Vamsadhara, Indravati. Okay, so यहाँ पे देखा जाए तो Vamsadhara and Pennar, they are not the tributaries of Godavari. Only Indravati and only Indravati. Okay, only Indravati and Pranhita, they are the tributaries of Godavari. So option 2 and 3 only. Okay, so for that factually you should know which are the tributaries of Godavari and which are not. So for that this factual knowledge is very important. Next question: which of the following regions of India has a combination of mangrove forest, mangrove evergreen forest and deciduous forest? Mangrove evergreen forest would occur only on the coastal region, sea coast. There only you have a mangrove ecosystem. So plus deciduous forest, but evergreen चाहिए. Okay, evergreen कहाँ पे होगा? North coastal Andhra Pradesh does not have a rainfall that will produce an evergreen forest over there. So that is wrong. Southwest Bengal also don't have a type of atmosphere where it will have a evergreen and deciduous forest. Okay, सौराष्ट्र सवाल ही नहीं आता है. सो अंडमान निकोबार पे ही एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट है और वहां पे डिसिडियस फॉरेस्ट भी है. ओके, सो द टफ फाइट इज बिटवीन B and D. So most appropriate is D because it is more closer to the equator. So rainfall is more. West Bengal is little away from the equator. So rainfall is less. So Andaman has a very evergreen forest as well as it has a deciduous forest. Okay. So the correct option is option D. I hope you guys are understanding how we can solve these questions. Okay. Now again map based question. Kanchenjunga National Park has a climate के बारे में, इंडियन क्लाइमेट varies from tropical, subtropical, tropical to subtropical, temperate and arctic. Okay, that means definitely it has almost varieties of climate. Tropical climate means it should be closer to tropical region. Subtropical climate means it should also be on little elevation. Temperate and arctic. Okay, temperate and arctic means it should be very high. It should have it should be having some high mountains which are very high, which are completely covered with the snow. Okay, so which region? So Kanchenjunga National Park, okay, possible. Nanda Devi National Park, वहाँ पे tropical possible नहीं because Nanda Devi is completely closer to the Himalayas, so it cannot have tropical type of climate. Neora Valley National Park यहाँ पे भी possible नहीं है. Namdapha National Park is closer to the tropical region. Okay, so only you have two options: Kanchenjunga National Park and Namdapha National Park. So Kanchenjunga अगर देखा जाएगा, okay, so Kanchenjunga is in the Sikkim. Okay, Sikkim is little far away from the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, compared to Arunachal Pradesh. Namdapha is in the Arunachal Pradesh. So it has a comparatively proximity to the closer proximity to the tropical region, we can see. So Arunachal Pradesh also have a very high quality evergreen forest, okay, tropical evergreen forest, which is called diphtherocarp. Okay, diphtherocarp type of forest they have. So the most appropriate answer is Namdapha. Okay, so Namdapha, let us see these national parks. Okay, over here. Here we go. So you can see Kanchenjunga is here. Okay, Namdapha is here. So Kanchenjunga might not have Arctic type of climate, but Namdapha has Arctic. Arunachal Pradesh has an Arctic type of climate. Okay. Then here Valley of Flower means closer to the Valley of Flower you have a Nanda Devi National Park. Okay, so there and the competition is between these things. So the most appropriate is a Namdapha compared to Kanchenjunga. Okay. So you need to have, you should know the biogeographic regions of India, their characteristics, and what are the various national parks in different biogeographic zones of India. This you should know. Okay. So I hope you guys have understood this. Consider the following statements. अभी देखो क्या statement दिया यूपीसी ने. क्या statement है? The winds which blow between 30 degrees north and 60 degrees south latitude throughout the year are known as westerlies. 30 degrees north and 60 degrees north होना चाहिए. 60 degrees, 30 degrees north and 60 degrees south अगर आपने कंसिडर किया तो उसमें ट्रेड विंड्स भी आ गए, सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में जा रहे हो. दैट मीन्स यहाँ पे ये गलत है. सो ऑप्शन 1 इज रॉन्ग. वेस्टर्ली यहाँ पे नहीं होते. ओके इसके जगह पे ये अगर होता तो सही होता. ओके सो ये गया, मतलब ये तो गया, ए ऑप्शन चला गया, बोथ करेक्ट, ये भी चला गया, करेक्ट ही पूछा है. सो सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट, the moist air masses that cause winter rains in the northwestern regions of India are part of westerlies. So in the northwestern India in the winter, rainfall is because of the western disturbances. Western disturbances, what happens in the winter season, the Mediterranean Sea region comes under the influence of westerlies. Because of that, there is a cyclone in the Mediterranean region, and this cyclone, the moisture of those cyclone are brought into the India, Afghanistan, Pakistan by the subtropical westerly jet stream. So definitely these are the part of moist air masses that cause winter rain are part of westerlies. They are definitely part of westerlies. So second option is correct. So that means D is gone. Correct option is option B. Okay. So core geography knowledge, understanding of Indian climate, monsoon, western disturbances is very important over here. Okay. Next question. Next question is about tides. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. Tides occur in the ocean and seas due to which of the following? Gravitational force of the sun, yes. Gravitational force of the moon, yes. उसके साथ साथ अर्थ पे भी ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होना चाहिए, तभी ऊपर गया हुआ पानी नीचे आएगा. तो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ अर्थ भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. अर्थ के पास ही ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स नहीं होगा तो पानी तो स्पेस में चला जाएगा. पहली बात तो पानी नहीं होगा. करेक्ट ऑप्शन डी. वेरी सिंपल, नो डाउट. नेक्स्ट, इन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग activities are Indian remote sensing satellites used? Okay, so remote sensing are used generally, okay, for which? Okay, option देखते हैं. Assessment of crop productivity, remote sensing can be used. Locating the groundwater resources, yes, remote sensing can be used. Mineral exploration, remote sensing can be used. So remote sensing means what? You want to see somewhere, okay, where your eyes cannot reach. At that places you want to go where you cannot reach, there you want remote sensing satellites. Okay, so यहाँ पे जो है टेलीकम्युनिकेशन के लिए इसका यूज नहीं होता है, नाइदर ट्रैफिक स्टडीज के लिए इसका यूज होता है. ओके, सो ट्रैफिक स्टडीज थोड़ा सा हम बोल सकते हैं, बट स्टिल इट इज डिस्प्यूटेबल, एंड ऑप्शन में भी ये नहीं दिया गया है. सो 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so correct option is A. Okay. Okay. In which of the following states tropical wet evergreen forest occur? Tropical wet and evergreen कौन से रीजन में हो सकता है? हिमाचल प्रदेश तो गया, क्योंकि ये ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में है नहीं, टेम्परेट रीजन में है. ओके, सो 2 गया तो क्या एलिमेंट हो रहा है? बी एंड डी. ट्रॉपिकल वेट एवरग्रीन अरुणाचल प्रदेश में है, इट इज क्लोजर टू द ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर. मिजोरम में है, इट इज ऑल्सो क्लोजर टू द ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर. ओके, ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर इज टचिंग मिजोरम. ओके, सो option C. Okay, so just by using your general knowledge of geography, from where Tropic of Cancer is going, you can solve this question. Next question. Which of the following countries of Southwest Asia does not open out to the Mediterranean Sea? यूपीएससी का फेमस मेडिटेरियन सी बहुत बार आया है. तो जैसे मैंने कहा कि प्लीज सर्च माय वीडियो ऑन द लेवल अप यूट्यूब चैनल हाउ टू remember the countries around the Mediterranean Sea by using the trick. Okay, it will be very helpful for you guys. So Syria definitely है, Jordan नहीं है, Lebanon है, Israel है. Okay, so does not open कौन सा है? Jordan. Okay, so this is the correct answer. In India, which one of the following types of forest is teak dominated tree species? So teak is used as a timber. Teak is also used to make a percussion instrument, जैसे तबला है, ओके, तबला बजाना है या ढोल होता है बजाने को, उसके लिए टीक का जो है वुड यूज करते हैं. सो इट इज अ डेसिडियस ट्री. उसके डेसिडियस ट्री मींस इन द विंटर सीजन टीक ट्री इट शेड्स इट्स लीफ. ओके, सो ट्रॉपिकल मॉइस्ट डेसिडियस फॉरेस्ट, ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट नहीं, रेन फॉरेस्ट में क्या होता है, थोड़ा डेसिडियस ट्री नहीं होता है, वहां पे एवरग्रीन ट्री होता है. ट्रॉपिकल थॉर्न स्क्रब फॉरेस्ट, बहुत ही कम रेनफॉल में ट्रॉपिकल थॉर्न स्क्रब फॉरेस्ट होता है, बट टीक इतना भी कम रेनफॉल में नहीं आता है, तो वो भी नहीं है. टेम्परेट फॉरेस्ट विद ग्रासलैंड सवाल ही नहीं आता है. टेम्परेट रीजन में ट्री ग्रो ही नहीं हो सकता है, ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में ही आता है. बचा ऑप्शन ए, ट्रॉपिकल मॉइस्ट डेसिडियस फॉरेस्ट. ओके, सो ट्रॉपिकल मॉइस्ट डेसिडियस फॉरेस्ट इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Next question is about different types of climates. Okay, each day is more or less same. The morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze. As the sun climbs high in the sky, the heat mounts up, dark clouds form, then rain comes with the thunder and lightning. But the rain is sooner over. ऐसा लग रहा है यूपीएससी कोई पोएम लिख रहा है. ओके, सो अगर ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हम देखेंगे तो कौन से कैरेक्टरिस्टिक से यूपीएससी की पोएट्री को थोड़ा एनालाइज करते. ईच डे इज मोर और लेस सेम, मतलब ज्यादा सनलाइट भी नहीं है, आई मीन सनलाइट में ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशन नहीं है. ओके, ईच डे इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ इक्वल लेंथ ऑफ डे, इक्वल लेंथ ऑफ नाइट. ओके, तो ये मेडिटेरियन रीजन में नहीं हो सकता है. ये कहाँ पे है? टेम्परेट रीजन में आता है मेडिटेरियन रीजन. द मॉर्निंग इज क्लियर एंड ब्राइट विथ अ सी ब्रीज. एज सन क्लाइम्स इन द हाई, हीट माउंट्स, मतलब इट इज क्लोजर टू द इक्वेटोरियल रीजन. डार्क क्लाउड्स फॉर्म, देन रेन कम्स. सो ये ईच डे बोल रहे हैं. ईच डे अगर रेनफॉल होना है तो सवाना में ईच डे रेनफॉल नहीं होता है. सवाना कम्स अंडर द हाई प्रेशर रीजन इन द विंटर. ओके, सो देयर इज नो रेनफॉल. ओके, मॉनसून में यहाँ पे भी ईच डे रेनफॉल नहीं होता है. इंडिया में हर रोज रेनफॉल होता है क्या? नहीं. बचा एक ही इक्वेटर. इक्वेटर में ही होता है कि इक्वल लेंथ ऑफ डे, इक्वल लेंथ ऑफ नाइट, एवरी डे skies are clear. So because of the high intensity of heat, clouds are getting formed. Then every evening there is rainfall and nights are again clear, mornings are clear. Okay, skies are clear in the night. Okay, like that. So every day is the rainfall, is a feature of equator, which is called as a torrential rainfall. So B is the correct answer. Okay, so this is all about 2015 questions. I hope you guys have understood it, and these are interesting questions. UPSC make this kinds of interesting, used to make this kinds of interesting question. Nowadays it is not making it. It is troubling you a lot. Okay, thank you. Bye.